Rain had started to gently fall while we were eating our lunch just outside the town of Telluride, Colorado. After a brief evaluation, Darren, Carrie, John, Dawn, Michelle, and I decided it should not interfere greatly with the route we planned to use to return east to US 550.
Turn left on Ophir Road.
After spending the morning crossing from the $1 Million Highway to Telluride across the infamous Black Bear Pass, Bernie, the Turtle, and Kenny Jeep headed south along Colorado Route 145 to the nearby town of Ophir.
Drive 2.1 miles, then bear right on Granite Avenue.
Established in 1881, Ophir, Colorado was a former mining town and current community of outdoor enthusiasts, located 12 miles south of Telluride and 2 miles east of the Ames hydroelectric generating plant. The Ames plant was the first hydroelectric plant on Earth to produce alternating current electricity for industrial purposes, in this case used in the local mining industry. The town of Ophir itself encompasses a total land area of less than 1/4 square mile and a population of less than 200. The town of Ophir officially incorporated when a post office was built in 1878. The town and its namesake pass bear the name of a biblical mine said to have brought gold to King Solomon. During my initial research preparing for this road trip, it looked to me like Ophir was a relatively low-income small town with little to make it stand out other than its location at one end of a popular off-road trail. But driving along the main road through town, it was evident my research was wrong. Most of the houses that looked like little more than modest shacks on Google Maps were in reality expensive and comfortable vacation homes. Homes I could never dream of ever affording.
Turn right on Porphyry Street. Continue 3.1 miles on Porphyry Street.
Nice little vacation homes. At the eastern end of town, we passed the sign warning we were entering a remote area. No services like food or fuel, and limited emergency response could be expected, and began our journey on the road leading to Ophir Pass, another trail included on Michelle's and my bucket list. Ophir Pass is a rather easily accessible mountain pass standing high at 11,789 feet. The earliest known human use of Ophir Pass dates back to Navajo hunting trips prior to 1870. The pass, originally known as Howard's Pass after a local prospector, was later used by fur trappers and traders. Ophir Pass was traversed from Silverton by foot, and later by wagon when the first toll road opened in 1881, connecting Ophir with the $1 Million Highway heading to Silverton. The toll road diminished in popularity when the railroad was laid across nearby Lizard Head Pass to the south of Ophir. In 1953, the modern Ophir Pass Road officially reopened, becoming accessible to high-clearance 4x4 vehicles. According to guidebooks, Ophir Pass Road is rated as a moderately difficult off-road trail. The roughly 10 miles of high-clearance terrain is relatively smooth sailing as off-road trails go, with one challenging section. On the western side of the pass, closer to where our 3 Jeeps had entered the trail, is a very narrow rocky shelf road. This is the one potentially heart-stopping section of the entire Ophir Pass trail. The shelf road is dug directly into the rock of the north to northeast side of the pass. It consists of loose gravel, which looks like it could simply drop out from under your vehicle at any moment. Drivers must be cautious as they drive at moderate speed across this section of road. Vehicles have lost control crossing the shelf road and wound up tumbling over the side and into the valley below. John, in the lead Jeep, stopped approximately halfway across the shelf road to take a better look at the debris of what remained of a camper someone had been towing through the pass before it fell off the road. What remains looks like a flattened metal pancake, hardly recognizable as what was once a recreational vehicle. The shelf road is also prone to avalanches. We could see evidence ahead where an avalanche of rocks had come down and taken out a section of the road near the far end, visible by the difference in the color of the rocks that both made up the road and the area above and below it. The U.S. Forest Service and their heavy equipment had filled the road back in to make it safe to pass over again, something they often have to do in the spring and following large storms passing through the region causing rock slides. 7/10 of a mile later, we finally reached the top of the pass, at 11,789 feet above sea level. Once again stopping for pictures and proof that the turtle had indeed crossed another item off the bucket list.
3.1 miles. Arrive at Ophir Pass Trail, on right.
I had attempted to log into the Jeep Badge of Honor phone app when we first entered the trail near Ophir. The way the app works, it records the GPS location indicated by your phone and compares it to the location of the trailhead of the Badge of Honor trail the user is claiming. If you're not within a certain distance of the established trailhead, the app will not let you claim that trail. The app had indicated I was not close enough to the trailhead the first time I tried, being in the town of Ophir and not in the staging area on 550 where most people start. So I waited until we were at the top of the pass to try again. Now here I was, literally standing under the sign stating Ophir Pass, elevation 11,789 feet, as I logged into the Badge of Honor app once again. Imagine my frustration when the app informed me again I was not close enough to the trail to log my accomplishment. By this point, I figured I'd have to wait until I reached the staging area on the eastern side of the trail before logging the turtle's third badge. In my personal opinion, Ophir Pass, also known as County Road 630 on the western half and County Road 679 on the eastern half, is relatively easy. A good first off-road trail for visitors new to the San Juan Mountains. In fact, had the turtle not had the steering stabilizer issues that prevented us from wheeling anywhere our first full day in the region, Ophir Pass was to be the first trail we had planned to run, followed by a visit to the nearby Alta Ghost Town to cap off the ride, another stop that would have to wait for a return visit to the region sometime in the future. Thank you. Our day ended with airing our tires back up to normal pressure and reconnecting our sway bars in the staging area just off US 550.
Did I get it?
Yep.
All right. Okay. This is Silverton gas station.
Silverton gas station, right.
And I finally logged successfully into the Badge of Honor app, earning the Turtle his third Jeep Badge of Honor for this road trip, the second in one day. Our day ended heading back south on US 550 toward Durango, a route that by now had become quite familiar to me as a driver, racing the DNSNG diesel train as it headed back into town.